Shapfere Dinsang.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Shapfere Dintang, and today we're going to be talking about the storm that basically happened just yesterday, with the statement that AKA posted on his timeline just regarding the whole thing around the Braai show. And for those of you who don't know, but the Braai show is actually a concept that himself, as well as Makhudu, as well as Cake Media, had basically conceptualized, which he owns 50% of. Yes, 50%, meaning that he basically has creative rights and to the show. But when the announcement was made that Cassper, his known rival, was going to be the new host for season 2, everyone was obviously up in arms, for obvious reasons, because they just figured, how did AKA accept the change and letting his rival, his arch nemesis, basically host the show that he came up with alongside other people. So yesterday was actually the first episode of season 2, and we saw Cassper Nyovest actually, interviewing Uzozbini Tunzi, who is our former Miss SA as well as Miss Universe. And I would lie, I tuned in and it was very, very interesting. It was quite dope. Loved the energy. And I won't, I'm not even going to front, as much as I am a fan of AKA's music. But Cassper somewhat has a personality to, carry interviews, where I felt like with AKA it was a bit different, because he was very much very serious most of the time. But I guess because it was the first season, and so nerves, and I guess because it was really the first show that he's ever hosted. But nevertheless, I actually did enjoy the first episode of season 2. So I'm super excited to see where the season is going to end up. But back at the matter at hand, so the letter that I am basically talking about, or rather the statement that AKA put out, was with regards to the decision that was made, pertaining to the choosing of the host for season 2. And for a lot of people who might not know this, but AKA actually took, personal leave sometime in May, because there was a lot that he was dealing with, with regards to the passing of his late fiancée Nelly. And he was just not engaged in any sort of work commitments. As you guys can see the letter now, but you guys can basically pause and read this entire statement, or go onto his Twitter page to read more clearly. And what he was basically saying, or summarizing in this letter, was that he had taken this leave, and when he obviously was notified that this was the decision that was taken by Cake Media as well as Makhudu, he was obviously very disappointed. But instead of, jumping to the legal route, which most people were more likely to do, he decided to, kind of solve it amicably, to try and find solutions around this whole matter. And obviously this was before the episodes or the season would be aired. And he just basically said, look, this is a situation at hand. He even filed an interdict to prevent the SABC as well as Cake Media from airing the episode, or rather the season. And from the meeting that they had apparently in August, they decided to obviously just lift or drop the interdict against them, because they thought that they'd be moving somewhere. But unfortunately, because of that lifting of the interdict, then AKA's legal representatives basically said, look, this is what they're still going ahead with, so he's not going to be dropping he's not going to be dropping this case anytime soon. And I know I did kind of post about it on my TikTok, but I did say that it would be so surprising to see where all of this is going to end up, because personally the concept is amazing, and I think especially for people who are only restricted to watching SABC channels as well as ETV, because to be fair, there's not really a lot of exciting shows with big influencers such as Cassper as well as AKA. So it's really going to get those numbers that it deserves. But I'm literally looking forward to seeing where this whole case ends up. And I mean, the one thing that I also do see happening is there could just be an amends of some sort between AKA and Cassper, but I'm not too sure exactly, because of just how everything is playing out. Even though in the statement or the press release that he basically shared yesterday, he did wish the new host well, but he did also maintain that he's going to be fighting for his creative freedom, and with regards to that concept and his idea. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that the show is going to actually have all 13 episodes air with Cassper? What do you guys predict? Let me know. Do subscribe, and yeah.